Oh, baby, baby. Oh, baby. Let's make sure everything is working. Let's make sure everything is copacetic, baby. Alright, we're good to go. We're good to go. Let me get some cocoritos. Can I get some cocoritos? I gotta restart the app. Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Kakaroto, aka Coco. Shit. I'm sure it was acting up. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? What up, Rage saying, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How's your day going so far, man? Let me just make sure my my Chrome is open, so that way I can let me see, Twitch open. Yep, Twitch is open. And last but not least, I gotta get my Chrome open. Copy, paste, go. All right, we should be good to go. Sorry about that. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the stream. Today we're gonna be watching spooky videos and reacting to them, and you guys get to decide whether they're real or fake. But welcome to the stream. Thank you for the 2 likes on the stream. We're gonna go ahead and hit that intro in just a little bit. Gotta make sure I have everything ready. I have to go get my Coco Packs. The Cocorito Packs. Coco View. The Coco Packs. Gotta hit him with the Coco Packs. Alright, I think my mic is working. Everything else is working. I think we're good to go. We'll probably go ahead and hit that intro, no? DJ Tits, can we hit that intro? Can we? DJ Tits, hit it with that intro, DJ Tits. Thank you. All right. Welcome to another Cocorito special. Sheesh. Where's my headphones? Alright, we got the Coco Packs. We got everything else situated. I think we're good to go. Okay, my headphones are connected. Alright, make sure you guys have your popcorn. Make sure you guys got your popcorn. Make sure you guys got your drinks. Make sure you guys got your handy. Make sure you guys got your necessary requirements for eating tonight. And we're gonna get started. The first video we're gonna watch tonight is gonna be the top 10 scary ghost videos that make you cry like a little baby by Nuke's Top 5. Alright, let me go get my my water. Wow. 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 Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Cocorito, the Burrito and Chorito. Let me see if you guys can see me there properly. I think much better there. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a fantastic night. Today we're gonna watch some scary videos. We haven't done spooky in a hot minute on the channel. Most of you guys have not seen me here on the channel, but we did have another one on the side, which was Kakarot Gaming XP, and we did accomplish a lot on that channel, but I feel like I wasn't giving this channel enough love, and I feel like it's time for me to work on that. So being that I took a week off from work this week, I'm looking forward to doing that more often. And let's go ahead and get things started, at least with the spooky macaroni. So this is Nuke's top 5 top 10 scary ghost videos that will make you cry like a baby.
Bucksgrave Road. Friends David and Dell from the YouTube channel Signs and Signals are driving down a creepy back road called Bucksgrave Road in Carlisle, South Carolina. David and Dell say that when they were kids, they witnessed some very strange things out on Bucksgrave Road, such as odd, unexplainable lights and orbs. So, while driving down the narrow dirt road shooting some B-roll for their video in the car, they experienced something absolutely unnerving.
I think that's enough B-roll then.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste up all the battery already.
The camera's battery's getting is that?
Deal. What the
Dude, I'm zooming in, I can't.
Dale,
What the
what the are you supposed to do?
Ain't nobody supposed to be out here? Oh, that just walked in the woods. Where's the headlamp at? The headlamp should be right there. Like he didn't, like he stopped. Did he turn off the light? Can you see in there?
No, I can't see.
I'm zoomed in. I can't hardly see.
Zoom in, don't zoom in, don't zoom in. It ain't gonna help, it ain't gonna help.
What the What you gonna? What the are you doing?
The content play.
What the are you talking about? The content play. David, what the hell are you doing?
Hello?
The anxiety that I get from
He
this.
don't want none.
Why would you go out? If this is staged, okay, whatever. But imagine this is real. Like, I would be concerned. As a friend, I would have been like, that's it, get in the car.
This ain't what we're supposed to be here for.
Dude, I couldn't hear or see anything out there. It's so pitch black.
Come on, move the fucking car. Oh, shit.
Go!
Oh, my Lord. I knew some shit was gonna happen. I knew it.
To this day, David and Dell say that they have no idea who or what the creepy stranger could have been. And paranormal or not, they claim that they have never been so scared in all their life. So, did they encounter some creep in the remote woods? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Whatever the fuck it was, it
You
scared me.
decide. You can watch this entire video and many more spooky moments over on their YouTube channel, Signs and Signals.
Scared me.
Neighborhood Watch. Sarah Marie and her husband Bobby are having an afternoon get-together with some friends at their home in Florida, when suddenly they spot something very odd at the neighbor's house across the road.
It comes back the other way. Why? It looks like somebody's peeking through that window, the one that's open.
Y'all recording it?
Yes! Yes!
Look.
There's nobody in that house. There's nobody at all. Nobody. That
I didn't know they could be that visible now.
This
That's what I was saying.
A strange shadow can be seen quickly moving back and forth in Sarah's neighbor's home, freaking out everyone and even seeming to upset their two puppies.
I mean, if I was to see shadows like that crossing through the doors, and I know there's nobody living in that house, I mean, yeah, I would record. I wouldn't try to get near it though. God knows what's in there.
There's nobody in that house. There's nobody at all.
Sarah explains online that the home belongs to an older woman whose son, sadly, had passed away. Worried about the older woman's safety, Sarah calls her neighbor, but the woman says, I'm not even at home right now. So who or what could this be? I leave it up to you to decide.
Shadow people,
The
maybe?
ghostly guest. Over on the Japanese YouTube page Kuroshiro channel, an anonymous paranormal investigator, Shiro, who always wears a mask, sets out to investigate an allegedly haunted hotel room somewhere in Japan. The investigator says that recently a man's life was taken in an extremely violent and barbaric way in one of the hotel rooms. Since then, the room is said to be haunted. Shiro plans to spend the night to investigate. So Shiro sets up a few static cameras and a motion and voice activated toy dog. But during the investigation, the motion sensing toy begins to act very strangely.
え何の音えいやいやいやそれはないわどうしたおいえ何これ壊れてんだけどマジで待って落ち着いて一回電源切るか今また電源つけましたあおかしいだろマジでこれやばいなマジで
That's why I don't like going exploring in places by myself.
A
Like,
little
no.
shaken up, Shiro resets the toy dog and continues to investigate. What happens next is absolutely terrifying.
えどんってなったえちょっと待って
Wow.
待っていやめっちゃ人いたんだけどもう影見えた映ったかな
I saw it, but I didn't want to see it.
えってかこれいつ消えた
I seen it, but I didn't want to done seen it. You know what I mean? And there's nobody there.
From the corner of his eye, Shiro sees the hallway door slowly open by itself. But when he goes to check, there's no one there. When he turns back toward the hallway, a frightening dark figure can be seen standing right in front of him. Shiro recoils in shock, tripping over his own feet. He quickly grabs his camera and gets back up, but the figure has just disappeared. Shiro believes that he might have captured the angry spirit of the man whose life was taken in the hotel room. But some of Shiro's viewers think that the apparition looks more like a woman, perhaps even the vicious entity responsible for the man's death. But what do you think? You can watch Shiro's entire investigation
It was a Flababy. A Flababy Pokemon showed up. It's hot, Rito. I'm dying. Yo, I heard you saw in China and India that the droughts, how hot it is out there. People are going into caves and shit because it's so hot. Bro, I'm here with the AC. Thank God, bro. Like I can have these privileges, cause bro, I hear it's hot out there. It's like scorching hot. I hear like it's camel's balls hot. Like I'm trying to play Xbox today, but it's too hot. I don't have an AC. Dang. How you don't have an AC though? That's some Surendra shit. That ass.
his YouTube, Kuroshiro channel. Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. Lights out. Unfortunately, there is very little information available on these next videos. The clips were recorded by a group of friends exploring an abandoned building somewhere in Kazakhstan. But what they capture is truly bizarre.
Нет. Чего это? Нет. Опять убери надолго. Если я куплю, солю, я вас воткну. Он двигается.
Санька?
No mames, Nanny, no mames, bro. Check Best Buy, check Best Buy. Best Buy has good deals.
Нихуя нет.
Very good deals at a very low price.
Смотри, еще раз надо.
Better ingredients, better pizza.
Ничего
Best
нет.
Buy.
Астафрулlah.
Yeah, you get Walmart. I don't know how their warranty is over there, but make sure you get one with warranty in case it gets damaged or something. Put like a 4-year warranty on it.
A dark shape-shifting figure can be seen in an upstairs window. But what makes this footage so creepy is that the apparition only appears when they turn away their flashlight. When the group heads inside and upstairs to investigate, they find nothing there. The guys seem skeptical and just kinda laugh off the creepy experience, even though they can't explain it. But who or what is this? Let me know what you think. The Cumberland Gap Inn.
Fans are
The
not gonna
historic
help.
Cumberland Gap Inn in Tennessee is said to be
How's the ant problem? You got any ants? I was laughing because I was like, I went to go walk my dog and I saw a whole bunch of ants coming out of the ground and I was like, yo, that's some nanny shit right there. Nanny waking up and these motherfuckers just biting him and shit. I can't imagine dealing with that. Luckily, like, even though New York has a lot of roaches and rat problems, the most we've had to deal with maybe like a little bit of roaches here and there, but we're like, cause we keep everything clean. But these guys just like, they get in through cracks or something, I don't know.
extremely haunted, with hotel guests reporting many strange and unexplainable experiences. Lonnie and Neil from the paranormal investigation team Tri-State Paranormal Investigators decide to spend the night in one of the inn's most haunted rooms in the hopes of capturing anything supernatural. And they do. Shortly after setting up 2 static cameras, they capture something on video that is right out of a horror movie. On the edge of the bed right in front of Neil, shocked by what he just witnessed, he calls out to his team member who quickly joins him. Now, after several attempts at trying to debunk what they've captured, Neil and Lonnie have no idea how the mattress could have sunk down in such a way, especially since it would require a great deal of force on the bed. So could this be paranormal evidence that the Cumberland Gap Inn is haunted? You decide. Guardian Angel. Only a few months ago, TikTok user Tana Witt went through a devastating tragedy when her brother suddenly and without warning passed away. Tana's brother was incredibly close to her family, including her 2-year-old daughter, Evelyn. One night, Tana and her daughter are home alone when something happens that shocks Tana to her core.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
You think the ghosts were smashing? I was trying not to laugh.
Who are you talking to? Evelyn.
When she turns around,
Who are you talking to?
mind your fucking business, bitch.
Who are you talking to?
Evelyn seems to be talking to someone that we can't see. And creepiest of all, a whispering male voice.
I tell him, like, you stop that shit right now, right? I don't want you talking to nobody here in this house if they're not here, okay? They don't pay the bills here. They don't bring the bread here to the house. They don't pay for the heat, electricity, water, car bills, insurance. I don't want that bullshit here. So if you're going to have little friends here in the house, they better start paying them bills. The ghost is going to look at me like, oh, we out of here.
Voice can be heard that seems to say, Uncle.
Who are you talking to?
Even stranger, baby Evelyn seems to have heard the voice as she happily shouts,
Yeah, with the economy,
Uncle,
we can't afford to have, the way the economy is going, you cannot afford to have ghosts. Ghosts throwing shit, throwing plate. I'm like, I don't have money to buy new plates. It's it's bad time for ghosts.
Who are you talking to?
Tana believes that without a doubt her 2-year-old daughter is speaking with her deceased brother, and that Evelyn is being looked after by her loving uncle from the other side. The Tainted Temple. Popular urban explorer Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill sets out to explore the abandoned Masonic temple in Cleveland, Ohio. The temple was built in 1916 by Freemasons, a secret society that is shrouded in mystery. Freemason members have included politicians, scientists, writers, and many of the world's cultural elite. Throughout the many years, it has been said that the Freemasons hold secret meetings and perform strange cryptic rituals. Some have even made wild claims that certain Masonic rites and ceremonies include a sacrifice. The Cleveland Masonic Temple shut down in 1969 and has been left to rot for over 50 years. Chris attempts to record and capture the architectural beauty found inside the building before it's gone forever. But he quickly realizes that he might have made a terrible mistake.
Something touched me, I swear to God. I swear to God, I feel like something just touched my back. I don't know if it was my book bag flopped on my back or...
Imagine you walking in a building like this, what would you do, Nani? If you just walking through the building and you're just like minding your business, looking around the corners, and a ghost comes and just pokes you in the butt, like, what would you do?
What?
Pause. With all due respect.
That scared the out of me, I swear to God.
A lot of people were saying that, you know, all jokes aside, a lot of people were saying that they think Putin is like the next, you know, what you said. And I was like, what if that was the case? I mean, I don't know. You never know. Anything is possible in today's day and age. But that's scary to think about, right?
And there's no water drips. Yo, that scared the out of me. Okay, let me calm down.
Chris says he feels like something is touching his back, but there's nothing there. After collecting himself, he continues to scout through the abandoned building.
I would have left.
And this is when things get weird.
Door just closed. What the hell no.
Bro, I would have left.
Did you see it? Right before the door slams shut, a creepy face can be seen quickly moving back behind the door. But when Chris opens it, it's clear that there would have been no room for anyone to stand there behind the door. And the room is empty. Chris is shook, but he continues on. Later, just before he leaves to go home, Chris goes back to check the mysterious door one last time. And he captures something truly bizarre.
I do not remember closing this door. Hold up. It's when I left this. Did I close this door? I cannot remember. See, this is getting creepy, man. For real.
Nah, he never replied back. Never did.
I can't even open the door. What the hell? Hello? This is really weird. It's closed again. Maybe it is the wind. Closing it.
Right after Chris says hello, a faint voice can be heard saying yes.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
So just what do you think is going on at the abandoned Masonic temple?
One got back to me.
And is it possible that strange Masonic rituals led to the lingering supernatural activity? You can watch this entire exploration and decide for yourself over on Chris's YouTube channel, Urbex Hill. Keep a knocking. TikTok user Maru75 from Germany claims that one night he heard some very odd sounds coming from his living room. When he goes to check it out, things take a terrifying turn.
See, I can't be doing urban explorations and stuff like that. I think it's one of the worst and like terrible things to do unless you have the balls to do it. It brings a lot of viewers, a lot of attention, but it's just like it's just so stressful doing stuff like that, bro. It's just scary. Why don't you react to Meat Cannon? They let anyone react. Nah, bro. Nah, I'm not taking any chances. Nah. They gave me a strike before. They did. Remember we used to react to it at one time? We got a strike for it.
Maru hears knocking from the glass back door, but as he looks, he spots some dark figure moving behind him in the reflection. He spins around, but there's no one there. He turns back toward the door, and the figure is gone.
Check
and the door has mysteriously opened by itself. So, is it real? Or is it just very clever video editing? As always, I leave that up to you to decide. Three's a crowd. Now this next creepy occurrence was captured by 3 different paranormal investigators on the exact same night.
The hell?
John from the YouTube channel Exploration Unknown, Tim from the YouTube channel Breaking the Shell, and Josh from the channel Southern Afterlife. The 3 guys are all investigating an abandoned farmhouse in Kodak, Tennessee, called the Kelly House. The house is now part of a large wooded area designated as a bird sanctuary. But that wasn't always the case. The Kelly House was built sometime in the late 1800s and bought by the Kelly family in 1917. Now, honestly, not much is known about the history of the house, but many visitors claim to have heard strange unexplained footsteps and voices inside the home. Some have seen eerie shadow figures, and scariest of all, multiple people claim to have seen the eerie apparition of an old farmer wandering the property.
Oh, McDonald's, bro.
So, the 3 ghost hunters decide to spend the night in the old abandoned Kelly house to see if the spooky stories are true. All 3 of the ghost hunters are recording, all at the same time.
Now Josh hasn't been here, so he's gonna go in first this time. Look, guys, you're watching yourselves.
Hey.
Wow.
Wow.
Not long into their investigation, all three guys are recording when John captures something downright chilling.
Alright guys, so I got the REM pod set up. So if anything comes near that, it'll go off. And this is the new box. You probably saw it in the last video. I don't have a name for it, but it combines an EM pump, ambient temperature readout, and it also acts as an echo box. So if you can come up with a cool name, drop that in the comments. But we'll be using that later.
What he said.
Pretty cool.
Okay, guys. They're setting that up. But I'm
Can't wait to see what this house has to
you can
say.
see the little planet. I think it's Saturn. It's next to it. It's bright. Wow, that is beautiful. Oh, somebody's coming out. No, it's Tim.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you ruined my moonshot, bro.
Oh, man.
I already got it.
You get that moon bow?
It's beautiful, man.
Let's say if I was to go with you and like and somebody
Alright,
else.
guys.
Let's say if
We've
you, me, and
got
Solara went like ghost hunting, I
K2
wouldn't mind.
meter over
That
here
would
in
be
this window.
hilarious. But even then, I'll be
Everything's set
scared.
up.
No, but even then, I think it will be a bad idea, bro. Because it's just, I don't know, so much negative energy that you can bring back.
Alright. And then in here, we got Josh on the porch.
Now all three investigators can be seen on video at this time. Josh is on the porch, Tim is outside in the field, and John is strolling through the house. No one else is there with them, but John accidentally captures an unknown fourth figure. Someone or something walking on the landing up on the second floor. Now, John didn't even notice this bizarre shape at the time. He only saw it later when he watched his
that's
footage back
creepy,
for
that's
editing.
creepy.
But that's not all. Because while Tim is outside in the field looking at the house from far away, he too captures something on the second floor.
Now let's go in.
Tim also sees a dark shape that appears to be wandering the second floor. Josh, who's outside on the porch, eventually decides to go back inside after hearing some strange noises. And he also captures, well, just watch
What up, Facebook? How you doing,
closely.
boy? Welcome to the stream.
There's none out here. Tim's out there. There's nobody out here except for Tim. He's down at the edge of the yard. There's nobody out there, man.
No.
Except for Tim out there.
Where's he at?
He's out in the corner of the yard.
Oh yeah, I saw his light out there a while ago.
Did you see it? At the top of the staircase in a room to the left, again something dark appears to be watching and then slowly ducks out of sight. With three separate and distinct captures of a shadow figure and all three investigators accounted for on camera, could it be that the historic Kelly house is haunted? As always, I leave that up to you to decide. You can watch all three investigations on the YouTube channels Exploration Unknown, Breaking the Shell, and Southern Afterlife. Night.
Bro, I don't like shadow people like that. It's just like, it's just creepy. You imagine not being able to see something and it's like disappears.
At the museum, Nate Ratterman and his wife Kaylee own and manage what has been voted one of the most haunted museums in the world. The Museum of Shadows, located in Omaha,
What up,
Nebraska.
it is I Goku Black,
The spooky
C Coco,
museum showcases
like 30,
over
20. What up,
3,000
Goku Black? How you
allegedly
doing?
haunted
How
artifacts,
come my
including a few very creepy dolls with
my Switch
even
is not working?
creepier
My
stories.
Switch chat.
One of these artifacts is a doll named Ada. The story goes that when a family moved into an old house,
My
they
Switch
found
chat is not
Ada
showing
in
up
the attic.
on the thing.
Creeped out by
Damn,
the
how
doll,
you
they
doing, Goku
threw
Black?
it away immediately.
I hate those too.
But 2 years later, Ada came back. The family found the doll right back in the attic where they had originally found her 2 years earlier. Now completely freaked out, the mother of the household took the doll and threw it in the trash again. Only hours later, and the woman found the doll halfway up the driveway. almost as if Ada was slowly crawling her way back home. The doll was then obtained by the Museum of Shadows. Ada is kept in a glass box to keep her from escaping. Over the last 5 years, Ada has been witnessed and recorded seemingly trying to get away again. This is some of the creepy footage that has been collected. On multiple occasions, Ada has been captured moving by herself. These are just a few. And as if that wasn't creepy enough, Ada has a few friends in the museum who seem to join in on the fun.
I don't like those either, Goku Black. How you been, man? How's your weekend so far?
Ada and the other dolls have become incredibly popular attractions at the museum, with many visitors claiming to have seen them move with their own eyes. But the dolls aren't the only things that move around.
Would your rapper name be Boss? Nah, bro, you on some sus shit.
In the middle of the night.
Nah,
sometimes
bro,
when the sun
this
goes
man is
down,
some sussy shit.
it's almost as if the museum comes to life.
That's creepy. Things moving around in the museum like that. There's a rapper named that. Why am I not surprised?
But the strange activity is not limited to just the night. Sometimes it happens right in the middle of the day.
It's a museum. It's a museum. Yep.
So with 5 years of recorded footage and countless real eyewitness reports, could it be that the Museum of Shadows is haunted by the thousands of cursed artifacts
You never
kept
know.
within its walls?
Those are used as vessels
And would you
for spirits
go to a
dwell
haunted
in.
museum?
So you
Tell
never
me
know.
what you
I mean,
think. To watch much
it
more
could
of
be a
their
possibility.
paranormal evidence, head over to the YouTube channel, Museum of Shadows. Thanks so much for watching. If you listen to absolutely none of the rest of this, please hit the subscribe button and click the little bell icon so you never miss an episode. Because my posting schedule is crazy and I'm so
Go check out the homie Nuke's Top 5. He's gonna give out his social media platforms. It's important because the homie, he does amazing stuff. He puts these videos so we don't get copyright strikes on them and stuff like that, and he compiles a great list. So shout out to Nuke's Top 5. If you guys are interested in any of these content creators, check the links below. Go subscribe to them and support them. They do a lot of the heavy work, and this channel wouldn't be possible without their permission to use these videos. And again, amazing content creator. Go check them out.
sorry about that, but this way you'll never miss a video. Please follow me on the Instagrams here, on the Twitter here, and I'm even starting to post some new videos on TikTok. Anyway, I hope I see you back here again for the next video.
All right, let's go to mierda now. Let's see, what should we put? I kind of want to put one. I want to see what 1C Entertainment has. 1C Entertainment probably has some new stuff that I want to check out, to be honest with you. 1C Entertainment has some new things. 32 horror animated stories compilation of August 2022. That doesn't sound too bad. Sounds like something we could do tomorrow. But for now, True Woods Horror Story. Alright, let me let it load. Let me let it load. Let me let it load. This is gonna be a good one. So we're gonna the next segment is gonna be from Juan C Entertainment. You can check them out on YouTube as well. Let me go ahead and get that ready for you guys. Would you visit there? I don't know. Wouldn't you get like some bad vibes from visiting a museum like that? I mean, I would think so, right?
I was just 12 years old when this incident happened. One day, I was walking with a friend on the beach. We were just talking and having fun when we needed to go through a road that was pretty much full of creepers. As we were walking, a man in his 60s, dressed up in a costume, walked up to us and said, "Come here, pretty girls, sit next to me." Well, as a 12-year-old, I wasn't dumb enough to go over there, so I grabbed my friend's arm and ran away. 2 days later, I was in my room texting to one of my friends. I live on the first floor, so pretty much anyone could just look inside my room. As I was saying, I was texting one of my friends when I saw a person's shadow. As I looked over, my heart dropped. It was the same man in the same costume, standing right outside my window, staring right at me. I locked my bedroom door and closed the curtains of my window. When he started tapping on my window, he yelled, "Sweetie, can you open your window so I can sit next to you?" I was so scared at this moment, so I grabbed my phone and called the cops.
Somebody get my man Chris Hansen up in here. Like, yo, how is he right there? I have the transcripts right here, and it says right here, he was looking for a cupcake.
The man probably heard my call to the police because he started running away. A few minutes went by as I started to hear the police sirens. The police officers looked around my neighborhood and caught him running down the street. When I looked over to see the police taking him away, I almost fainted. He was smiling at me and giggling. The police officer searched around my house and found some blankets and food under my bed. He must have lived under my bed. Well, this happened 9 years ago, and now I'm 21. The man's release date is coming up soon, and I'm scared he'll come after me again.
Hey, yo! Nah, bro. What the fuck? Let's go with True New Friend Horror Story Animated.
They call me Joseph. This happened to me when I was 14 years old, and honestly, I have to say what happened was the most traumatic experience in my entire life. I was out in the park playing ball with my friends, who we'll call Nikita, Ivan, and Vlad. Vlad had to go study, so he left, and the sun was setting a few hours later, so Nikita left along with everyone else who was in the park. Ivan and I decided to stay late, and we continued playing ball for a few hours until it was around 11 o'clock. It was pitch black, so we decided to wrap it up and go home, as our parents would be worried sick. We were leaving the empty park in the dead of night when a boy who was about 16 stopped us. He was wearing a black trench coat, black boots, and a black balaclava. He introduced himself as Draven, and he asked if we wanted to play. It was really late, and I felt a bit uncomfortable interacting with him due to what he was wearing, and also due to the fact that it was a bit odd that some kid would come out this late at night. I was about to respectfully decline and just walk past him, when Ivan, who was a bit of an irresponsible, immature idiot who didn't sense danger, stopped me, and told me that this guy seemed cool, and that it wouldn't harm if we stayed another hour and played with him. After listening to Ivan talk for another 15 minutes, I reluctantly agreed to play with him until midnight. We started playing ball, and Draven was an awesome striker in football. We also struck up a conversation and learned that Draven went to a school nearby, loved playing football and video games, as well as sneaking out at night, and that he wore his weird clothing so he wouldn't get caught. He seemed interesting, and he seemed very polite and friendly as well. I started to like Draven, and Ivan seemed to adore him. Eventually, when Ivan and I were about to leave as it struck midnight, Draven offered us some candy. Ivan grabbed it out of his hand and savored it. I was a bit cautious at first, not knowing what might be in it, but I remember that Draven was a normal kid who was very polite, so I grabbed the candy and ate it. The candy tasted a bit off, but as I sucked on it longer and longer, I realized it tasted awesome, but I wanted some more, and so did Ivan. Draven said he had hundreds of those candies at his house, and that he also had pizza, chips, cake, donuts, chocolates, and energy drinks at his house, and that if we came to his house, we could have more. As Ivan and I were addicted to that candy, we agreed, and Draven told us to follow him. He led us through the park, into the dark forest.
Never ever take candy or any type of food from a stranger. You never know. And especially if they tell you to come to their house and you don't know them. Ever. This was a sussy episode.
And we walked through that dark forest for over an hour before we reached a rundown, shabby, broken abandoned house with a black van that was parked right in front of the house. I was craving the candy, so Ivan and I rushed to the door. However, for some reason, I looked at the window next to the door and I saw 4 men there. One of the men was a bald, 25-year-old wearing a green t-shirt who was around 6 foot 6 inches and 320 pounds and was extremely muscular. Another one was a man around 20 years old with long, brown, messy hair who was around 6 foot 7 inches and was 280 pounds, and he was wearing a biker's outfit.
Yeah.
The third man was a blonde-haired man of 32 who was wearing glasses and was about 5 foot 8 and 155 pounds. He also seemed to be wearing a jumpsuit and a cap. The fourth man was a man of 51 who stood at 6 foot 2 inches and he was wearing a tuxedo. I noticed that the first man was holding an axe, the second man was holding a butcher's knife, the third man was holding a pistol and handcuffs, while the fourth man was holding a rifle. I got really scared, so I tried to signal to Ivan, but he was really immature and he was craving the candy, so he didn't notice. However, I think Draven did notice and he grinned, while the 4 men looking out the window grinned. Without thinking, I ran past Draven and I ran through the forest at full speed. And after what felt like forever, I left the forest and I was at the empty park. I whizzed through the park and whizzed through the dead of night until I reached my house. I started to feel guilty for leaving the vulnerable Ivan in the clutches of those freaks and started to worry about him, but I realized that I couldn't do anything and that in this situation, I could have only saved myself. When I arrived at my house, I pounded at my door and after what felt like forever, my dad opened the door. I fell into his arms and I hugged him tightly. My mom, my brother, my 2 sisters, and my dog and my cat came behind him. I started crying out of fear, and also due to me worrying about Ivan. My parents sent my dog and my siblings away and made me some tea, soup, and biscuits. I apologized and explained what happened to my parents and how I was about to enter a house, but I escaped when I saw that those people in the house were armed. My parents were very understanding, so they comforted me and sent me to bed. The next day, my parents called Ivan's parents, who said Ivan didn't come home, and they called the police. So my dad, my mom, my dog, my cat, my brother and sisters, Nikita and Vlad's parents, Ivan's parents, some other friends, and the park ranger, along with several police officers, went through the park and forest and arrived at the house. I felt safe to be with all those people. The police searched the house and found nothing apart from rats, mice, spiders, squirrels, and insects. And they said that this house was vacant and the owner died over 100 years ago. They said they would launch an investigation and try to find Ivan. We were then leaving when my dog stopped and started smelling a piece of cloth outside of the house. We all stopped, and the police saw that my dog was smelling that cloth, and they said it might be a clue. We all went home while the police took my dog away for a bit. A week later, they returned my dog and said that the dog led them several miles away to another base. The police searched that base and found blood on the floors and then found over 20 dead bodies. They found out that when I escaped, that Ivan was lured inside the house, where he was beaten up before being dragged to a van and whisked away to a base where he was maimed, tortured, and brutally murdered. Afterwards, his body was then used as storage to hide drugs. I felt sick when I found out, and I started crying my eyes out. I suffered from mental health issues, and I had to go to therapy. Eventually, I paid tribute to Ivan, and I apologized for not saving him.
That's some shit Dragon Fox would do. Dragon Fox would probably go ahead and be like, you know what, Coco, I can't save you, but I gotta run. That dragon bugs, the candy. I'll save you some. Oh man, we haven't watched one scene in a hot minute, so I'm kind of happy we have. Last one, and then we'll move on to something else, and then I'm gonna probably end the stream. We did an hour of spooky, but you know.
Hi, my name is Amir, but you can also call me by my famous name, One Man's Voice. I was a student at the University of Ohio, and I am really superstitious. Quite a bit of strange incidents have happened to me, but I'll mention the biggest one. You all have probably heard of room 428 in the Wilson Hall of Ohio University. I'd count this as my lack of luck that I got that room once. And yeah, I escaped it because I saw creepy things. But that story's for another time. In early 2009, my idol singer and the greatest entertainer of all time, Michael Jackson, announced a series of comeback concerts known as This Is It. It got canceled though because of his sudden death on June 25th, 2009. I luckily got those tickets, but after it was canceled, I was really sad. At that time, I had moved to London because I really wanted to see the concerts. I think that was my biggest mistake. Anyway, I lived in an apartment. Behind the apartment were a few buildings, and behind that were woods beside the police station. And if you go beyond the woods, you will find a lake and also some mountains. One day, in our apartment gym, I started practicing Michael Jackson's Billie Jean dance. Suddenly, a friend of mine, let's call him Luke, said to me that he had seen something strange down there. I replied, "What?" He said he had seen this guy with a hoodie stabbing something. "Oh, nah, bruh," I replied. "I am not going to risk my life. Sorry, it must be your imagination," I added. "Bro, are you messed up? Let's explore it," said Luke. But I refused again. He left the apartment disappointed. I knew he was coming up with some sort of prank, so yeah, I ain't doing that. Days and months had passed. December rolled around, and I was extremely excited for Christmas. Christmas came, and I was wandering in the streets. I spoke with my family who lived in Ohio at the time a few hours earlier, and I was feeling really active. I wanted to do an amazing activity. As I was passing by the shops, snow was rolling down and there was a lot of traffic in the road, with people and kids running and walking and all that. And an idea clicked in my mind. Let's go out for a walk near the woods with my friend Luke. I called Luke and told him let's go. He was excited. It was around 10 p.m. and he came with his car. I was sitting on the curb waiting and he parked his car in the police parking lot. And there we go. We started walking with our flashlights. Just to give a little background, the area consisted of two sections, Section A and Section B. Section A was where we came from, and it led straight to the buildings and to my apartment, and Section B led straight to the woods, and God knows how deeper. We chose Section B and decided to walk around. There was a sign that we saw before we entered the woods. There was something strange written on it, DND, and below that was, Do Not Disturb. "Ah, you think we're scared," said Luke. And we entered the woods. I wasn't ready to go, because as soon as I entered, I felt an eerie feeling. Something felt like it was looking at us, or watching us. I was thinking to myself that there was this feeling, this odd feeling, that, to be honest, I had never felt before. Luke accidentally dropped his phone, and then I heard something rustling in the woods. Luke whispered to me, "Let's go a little deeper." As soon as he said that, I heard a strange voice. I'd prefer not to describe what I heard because it was too awful. But I ran so fast that I left Luke behind.
Who took my Snickers bar?
As I was running, I saw the exit of Section B and ran straight towards the Section A where my apartment was. I didn't even know where I was running to be honest. I almost blacked out. I couldn't hear Luke coming, but I ran for my life straight to my apartment. I went straight to the elevator and came to my floor, and then my room, and straight to my bed. I had to calm down a bit, but then I realized I left Luke behind. I didn't care much, though. I looked out my window straight over to the police department where the woods were located. I didn't see much, but I also didn't see Luke's car there. That meant he ran away too, but I could definitely see there was something in the woods that appeared to be maybe a phone. I supposed that was Luke's phone. I didn't care much. I peacefully slept the whole night, and I didn't stress out about it too much. However, that's not the end of the story. It was New Year's Eve. It was December 31st, 2009. I didn't hear anything from Luke again, however. It was around 3 p.m. and I went outside. I was meeting with Luke. He was standing there, and when he saw me, he didn't even say hello or hi. All he said was, "Dude, I need to show you something." I said, "What?" He pulled out his arm and showed me. It had a lot of bloody marks on it. I was shocked. He said that when he was running away, something was cutting him or possibly biting. He ran away like Usain Bolt and took his car away and ran straight downtown to his apartment. However, in a rush, he crashed into another car and got injured. I said, "Oh man, did you get your phone back?" He said, "No. Want to go and check?" I really wanted to refuse, but I was curious. We went back to the woods, and surprisingly, no phone was there. Luke was a stupid-ass dude and went deep into the woods. I just waited for him. I didn't want to risk my life for a phone. I waited and waited, and I checked my phone and minutes had passed. Then half an hour later, nothing. He didn't return. Okay, I am not returning there. I have to do something, I mumbled. I then shouted, "Luke! Luke, are you there?" No response. I turned back and started walking towards my apartment because I knew he would
Think he's
return
dead?
anyway.
Think he got
I
murked?
heard something. It was that person with the hoodie. They said, "Hey man, want to look at something?" I ran for my life. I called 911 after I reached my apartment. Well, the police came to the location of the woods, and what they found was disturbing. They found Luke kidnapped and fainted. Luke was sent to the hospital, and he explained to me later that he got kidnapped. Unfortunately, Luke got hooked on drugs, and he later died in 2015. I moved to Texas and never returned to London. I hope Luke is in a good place.
What a tragic ending. He was traumatized, and to cope with the trauma, he started recurring to drugs. Wow. That's a horrible way to die. Alright, last video of the night. Let's go with let me see what Ricky Velasquez is doing right now for the moment. You think he got traumatized. He looked like he got bite marks. He was just live. La playa de los descarnados, terror extremo ritual. Nah, he's doing a ritual. Get the hell out of here. Let me see. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Not today, Ricky. Not today. Not today. Not today, Ricky. Not today. I don't got time for rituals. Not today. Help! The scary footage needs explaining. All right, let me let it load. 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 Last video of the day. We got some UFO stuff on here, I think, and we got a little bit of everything else. Spooky Macaronis. Thank you for the 688 followers on Twitch. We're close to 690. My other goal. Thank you for the follow and support. And on YouTube, we're close to my other goal, which is 130. I think we reached it, right? Thank you so much. All right, let me go ahead and play a little preview of the remix.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some mysterious clips that can't quite be explained. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this.
Slap mierda, bitches.
Our first clip of the day comes from Reddit user Comfortable Cry 8097. Last week, the OP heard a strange noise inside of their house. They yelled out to see if someone had snuck in, but there was nothing there. Confused, they decided to check their Ring security feed to see if they could see anything. Take a look at what the camera captured. It's hard to see at first, but if we brighten it up a little, you can see a dark shadow that floats by at the top of frame. The eerie sighting freaked the Reddit community out, with many calling it a ghost. One commenter said the OP should thoroughly check their house for a squatter, because sometimes Ring cameras can make people look blurry due to their low compression rates. This could explain why the homeowner heard a noise and called out to see if there was anyone there. So what do you think? Are we seeing something paranormal here, or is this an intruder caught on camera?
A cocorito.
Really Haunted is a paranormal YouTube channel that we've covered a couple of times now. The homeowner, Lee, lives in a house in the UK that he believes is heavily haunted by some kind of supernatural presence. For several years now, he's been uploading evidence that seems to suggest there is indeed something haunting his home. In this clip, Lee tries an experiment to see if he can rouse any dormant spirits that might be present inside of the house. Using an Xbox Kinect camera, Lee films his living room at night time.
You think that Kinect camera thing works, or you think it's
After
fake?
a short while, he begins to recite a prayer to see if this might evoke any spirits. The Xbox Kinect appears to detect something in the room. We can see other figures appear and walk around the space. At one point, it looks like one of the figures reaches out towards Lee. Later, the camera seems to detect something crawling along the floor.
That's creepy, bro.
Then something appears to sit on the sofa. So what's going on here then? Is the Xbox Kinect bugging out? Or is it somehow detecting movement that we can't see with our naked eyes?
Creepy, bro.
Given
That's
that Lee
creepy.
believes his house is haunted, it's certainly strange that these figures are appearing on camera, almost as if the prayer called them to appear.
Wow.
One of our viewers, Danella White, shared this strange photo to our Facebook community page. White says she was taking a photo of her newly built
What do you
pond
think?
in the
Ghost
back
smashing on the
garden to show
Connect,
her
like in the last
father.
video?
Nothing seemed out of place
Nothing.
at the time.
I'll be like, get
and
the
she
hell out of
didn't
the
think
hip.
too
I'm
much
like,
of
bro.
it. It wasn't until she sent
I've been
the
seeing
photo
invisible
and
stains
took
on
a
my
second
sheets and
look.
shit.
In the background, coming down the stairs to the apartment on the left there appears to be something brown hovering in mid-air. When White shared the photo, it freaked our Facebook community out. Some said it looks like the robe of a monk and couldn't quite explain why it seemed to be just hanging in mid-air. Others said it looks like an apparition of sorts. The photo was strange enough for Take a Break
Nah, they're
magazine
reaching
to
at
run
this
a short
point. That could
story on
probably
it.
just be
Their
something
editor
else.
noted that you can see blades of grass in front of the figure, meaning it must be something physically present and not something that's just been photoshopped. Ultimately, though, they couldn't explain
Goku, I'm
it away
scared.
and was
It's okay,
stumped
Goku
by
Black.
the image.
I'm here. It's gonna be fine.
White
It's
says
gonna be
that
good.
strange things have been happening around her house for quite a while now and wonders whether this strange appearance might be an explanation. Perhaps some kind of paranormal presence is haunting the home. I'll throw this one out to you, the viewers. What do you think this could be? I'd love to hear your theories in the comments down below.
Fuck you. You're an adult that acts like a child.
Since the beginning of
It's
civilization,
all good. It's all
humans
good.
have looked to
Listen.
the skies and wondered whether we're
It's all good. Goku Black. It's all good. Check it out. Check it out.
alone in
Check
the
it out.
universe. Could there be other intelligent life forms out there? This curious piece of footage was shared to Reddit by user T913R. On June 22nd, 2022, the OP was on his brother-in-law's work site near the Brazeau Dam in Alberta, Canada, when they noticed something strange on the horizon.
Nah, you sus as fuck, Goku Black. Get out of here. It's like an alien, like a UFO, maybe?
Just over the tree line in the distance, you can make out several white objects moving through the air. They continue moving from right to left, but duck and swoop as they do. The objects seem to flicker or pulse in and out of view. At one point, they separate, then join back up in formation. Some fellow Redditors thought the objects might be a flock of birds. Given the distance and the compression rate of the camera, we might be interpreting the slight glow effect incorrectly. It could be just sunlight on feathers. Others weren't so sure, however, noting the size and erratic movements of the objects. Some just flat out said it could be alien craft. Without further information or additional footage, it's impossible to tell for certain what these objects could be. So for now, this will have to remain a genuine UFO sighting.
I believe in UFOs. I believe they do exist. But there's no concrete evidence like up close with the cameras that we have that shows that it's true, you know? So
this next piece of home security footage was sent to us by a user known only as Fievel Mouskowitz, who was recorded in June 2022. Take a look at what the camera in their living room has captured. Watching that again, slowed down, you can see a wisp-like shape move from right to left. Following this, all black shapes appear to float around the room as well. The OP says the white shape reminds them of a lady walking through their home.
You never know what that could be.
Strangely, the house is brand new and hasn't had any other occupants. However, after doing a little research, the OP discovered that the property used to be an old military camp. So what do you think? Is this just a glitch in the camera, or could it have something to do with the old military camp that once stood on the land? Share your theories with one another down below. A strange flying object spotted at the 2022 Miami Air and Sea Show has sparked a fierce debate over whether aliens already live here on Earth with us. Former NBA sports agent David Sugarman was attending the Air and Sea Show back in May when he inadvertently caught something truly strange on camera. Take a look. While filming a jet passing overhead, an unidentified object flies from the bottom of the screen upwards. In the original footage, the object is almost imperceptible. But in the slowed down version, you can clearly see an object moving through the air. Whatever it is, it looks like it comes straight out of the water. On closer inspection, the object looks like it's rotating, as you can see a white, reflective glint moving back and forth.
Could be fake.
Sugarman posted the clip to his Twitter, hoping for answers.
Could be a bird.
Quickly got traction as hundreds of people
I think it could be a bird, just the
wing
wings behind the bird.
Bizarre flying object. Some said it could just be a bird. However, taking into account the acceleration of the jet and that the footage is slowed down, the bird would have to be moving at an incredible speed.
Could be.
A few people replied with footage of their own, saying that they too had recently seen similar objects flying through the sky. Take a look at this one from Twitter user 528vibes.
Caught a vibe.
Here you can see a similar looking object that also appears to be rotating the same way. So what has David Sugarman caught on camera at the Miami Air and Sea Show? Even with thousands of people scrutinizing the footage, the UFO is still no closer to being identified.
I think it's a bird. I don't think this was real.
Before we take a look at some bizarre footage that many are calling a fresh mermaid sighting, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos.
Perfect.
A viral Facebook reel has left many viewers wondering whether mermaids really do exist. This clip, which was shared by Facebook user Beth Buffy Casper, appears to show something strange swimming in the water. Take a look.
Where'd she go?
The camera holder is sitting in a kayak filming when something splashes the water. Then a striking looking tail emerges for a brief second before it splashes back down underneath the water. The bizarre footage has left hundreds of Facebook
What do you think, that was a real
users confused
mermaid?
and excited at the prospect
Could be
of
fake.
mermaids really
Faker than a
existing.
$2 bill.
Of course, a lot of level-headed comments said it had to be a hoax and that mermaids were nothing more than a fanciful legend. Interestingly, mermaids have held a place in global mythology for centuries, appearing in ancient texts in Europe, Africa and Asia. In 1493, Christopher Columbus claimed to have seen a mermaid during his expedition of the Caribbean. However, historians believe he may have actually just seen a manatee at a distance. During the 17th and 18th centuries, sailors, fishermen and pirates regularly claimed to see half-fish, half-human hybrid creatures out at sea. They believed mermaid sightings were a bad omen, bringing ill fortune upon all who witnessed the mythical creatures. More modern sightings have stoked a fresh interest in these legendary beings. In 2009, in the coastal town of Kiryat Yam in Israel, dozens of people reported strange creatures leaping out of the waters of Haifa Bay. The sightings became so frequent that the local government offered a $1 million reward for proof of the existence of mermaids. Then, in 2012 in Zimbabwe, workers on 2 reservoirs near Gokwe and Mutare abruptly stopped working, claiming that mermaids were scaring them away from their work sites. So how is it that people from all over the world for centuries have been spotting similar-looking half-fish, half-human
Coincidence?
hybrids?
Maybe.
Is it just a case of
They really
mistaken identity
exist?
that's been perpetuated through lofty tales of myth and legend?
I don't know.
Or is there a thread of truth?
It could be a
running
big
through
ass
these
fish
old
too, you
folk
know.
tales? Watch the footage again and judge for yourself.
Could be a really big ass fish. Could be.
Now, if you can't get enough of the old slapped ham, then don't worry, we've got you covered. Check out that creepy video on the top there. Otherwise, we have an enormous paranormal playlist there that'll keep you entertained well into the evening, we promise. Now, remember to leave us a comment down below and hit that thumbs up button. And that's it from me. I'll see you all next time.
My boy right there just shot me right there. He just shot me like 3 times and shit. Alright, so we're gonna leave it there for now. That was a short Spooky Macaronis tonight. Special shout out to everybody who came through on the Twitch side of things. Goku Black, thank you for the support. Have a wonderful night, my boy. On YouTube, shout out to Zazerpi, aka Nani. Have a wonderful night, man. I'm gonna see if I get back over here to do Bleach, my guild quest. If not, I'll do them on the side. Thanks again, everybody who came through and supported the stream. What if Freddy the Bunny came right at the end, but it's all good. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Have a fantastic Labor Day. This is your boy Kakaroto, aka Coco, signing off. Thank you everybody who came through on YouTube as well. I'll see you all next time. Have a good one, and till then, peace.